All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is the beginning of part 2. So we're going to proceed on. Well, we will use substitution. In the first equation, we will get y by itself and use this to substitute into equation 2. So here goes equation 1. Equation 1 is x plus y is equal to 80. So we need to get the y by itself. So we subtract x from both sides. Then we bring the y down because on the left side the x's cancel one another because they are additive inverses, so that's gone. So now in this case we have that y is equal to negative x plus 80. All right, now that I've brought us this far, what I'm going to ask you to do now is to pause the video, take this information, use it, substitute it into the second equation, and find out what the numbers are for x and y. When you've done that, then come back and use the video as a means of checking your understanding of what you're doing. So please, for your benefit, please pause the video right now and finish up working on these two systems of equations, and then come back and use this video to check your work and to check your understanding. Alright, I'm going to assume that you stopped the video and you worked on the remainder of the problem and you came to two answers. You found out what x and y are. So now let's proceed. We're on the honor system. So now we had that y is equal to negative x plus 80. We will substitute this into equation 2. Well, here's equation 2. Equation 2 is 12x plus 18y equals 1,248. So in place of y, we substitute the negative x plus 80. So our equation now reads 12x plus 18 times negative x plus 80 equals 1,248. So after we distribute through by 18, so in this case we're going to distribute through by 18. So we're going to take this 18 and go 18 times the x and go 18 times the 80. Once we have done that, then 18 times negative x is negative 18x. 18 times 80 is 1,440. Then we just bring down the 1,248. So now we have 12x minus 18x plus 1,440 equals 1,248. Now we get 12x minus 18x. That gives us, in this case, that gives us negative 6x. So we have negative 6x plus 1,440 equals 1,248. Well, we now know that we need to get the negative 6x by itself. Let me change that color here. So we need to get this by itself. So we know that 1,440 cannot stay here. So we need to subtract 1,440 from both sides. So you need to do this. If you didn't, you need to pause the video. Like I said, you need to go ahead and do this now. So when we have accomplished that, in this case, we know that the 1,440s on the left side of the equal sign, they cancel one another. And then the negative 6x comes down. We combine these terms, the 1,248 minus 1,440, and when we do that, we get negative 192. So now we know that we're multiplying by negative 6. So we need to get the x by itself. So we need to do the opposite operation. We need to divide both terms by negative 6. So we have negative 6x divided by negative 6 equals negative 192 divided by negative 6. Here we get x is equal to 32. Now that we have that x is equal to 32, we need to find y. So how are we going to find y? There are two ways we could do that. How did you go about determining what y is equal to? What did you do? All right, well, let's check it out and let's see. Well, here's what I said I chose to do. We already know that we had 80 items. We found out that in this case, they sold 32 shirts. So I simply subtract the 32 from the 80. And in this case, this tells me that they sold 48 slacks. So ladies and gentlemen, in conclusion, 32 shirts were sold and 48 slacks were sold. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is an end to this example problem. I hope that you really have a truly outstanding and excellent day. Thank you for joining me. This is your teacher and your instructor, Mr. Joshua Davis. Have an absolutely great day. Thank you.